Hey, Anatole John Surratt, drummer and percussionist of Parcels.
Hey,
What's our new single called again?
tied up right now.
That's right, Tied Up Right Now. 4 words, right?
Just the one, really.
Pretty confusing. Tied Up Right Now, out now on Spotify. Alright, cool. Now we're going to do some radio station ideas. Hey, this is Parcels. You're listening to our new single, Tied Up Right Now, on...
Radio Eins.
I think it's Radio Eins.
Radio.
Radio Eins. Hey, this is Parcels. You're listening to our new single, Tied Up Right Now.
On Radio Eins.
Are you ready for this? Hey, this is Parcels. You're listening to our new single, Tied Up Right Now, on...
Radio X.
Radio. Have no expectations. Expect the best. Please enjoy. Hey, this is Parcels. You're listening to our new single, Tied Up Right Now.
On FM Fear.
Have no fear. New single Parcels is here.
I've been having a bit of a Seinfeld marathon to go. TBS rules.
Alright, mute this. We gotta do our podcast. Yeah. How was your rest?
Good.
How do you like Atlanta?
Good.
Eloquent as always.
Weird. Real weird, Atlanta.
Wait, what was your favourite country lines from the car? We had country radio blasting. Your favourite country hook?
Yeah, what line?
I think mine was, there was you name the kids and I'll name the dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of vaguely sexist lines in there.
Really stretching for like a regular life with your wife, one-on-one forever.
Yeah, you pick the flowers and I'll pick my guitar.
Yeah, that was good. Every time they talk about the guitar was great.
Reach out to me when he singles you up.
I'm confused by that.
I'll pick a guitar, sing you a song out there with the crickets and the frogs. You name the babies and I'll name the dogs.
Yeah. But we enjoyed the drive and just the general scene because it's like a clash of this hip hop, R&B and trap thing, and then this full on pop country music.
It's almost station by station as you seek through it. It goes
There's only
full
two
country,
genres. It just
and then full
switches
trap
between them.
And it's also just like that in the streets. Like you walk around and there's just these dudes blaring trap music out of their car. These gangster looking dudes, and then you just walk around the corner and there's the full country American
staying at the Hilton.
Yeah, so funny, so cool.
Oh, I had to chew it.
Taste me how to duck, taste me how to duck, taste me how to duck, taste me how to duck.
All my bitches love me. All my bitches love me.
The whole thing of my guitar strap broke.
That was a saga.
At the show.
You might need to tell that story.
We should tell that story.
Alright, so I got on stage and obviously
Bowery Ballroom, 500 people going crazy. First headline show in New York.
First show of the year. There was a lot
First
riding
big
on
show
that.
of the year.
we're all excited. And you do hours of sound check preparation, I'm using the thing the whole time. As soon as I put it on, literally we all come on stage, everyone's clapping, it's a big moment, and I've just put it on my back for the first time and the thing just snaps in half. The literal leather of this strap breaks. And then I'm freaking out and I look over at Louis and I'm down and I'm starting to play the first notes.
So I look over from my side of the stage. Noah's sitting on the drum riser playing his bit, and then I go over to play my first note, look at my computer and watch it just shut down, and so I can't play any of my MIDI keyboards. Fucking MIDI. Yeah. And then it goes, MacBook installing updates.
Downloading movies.
So me and Noah just making no noise.
Well, I'm making noise, but I'm freaking out at the fact that I can't actually stand up and use the bass.
Yeah.
And then so you managed to get some tape for me, and I'm sitting on the drum riser frantically trying to tape this bass strap together. And then after a little while of just panic and attempt to do it, we figured we had to go off, and luckily the monitor guy had a spare one.
Yeah, there was a moment when you'd made about four makeshift straps for yourself out of tape, where I just walked over and went, I reckon we should get you a new strap.
Meanwhile, me, Jules, and Dad are just looping the start of My Enemy. I'm just playing the shake.
The crowd's going crazy, and then it's just the intro of My Enemy over and over and over, and the crowd's like kind of getting a bit more quiet.
And then, after all that, I got into the shower after the gig when I got back to the hotel. And I went to like tie up my hair in the shower, and my hair tie snapped. And I just looked down at this broken hair tie. I had like a bit of a shit night thinking about this moment of my bass thing breaking. And I just looked down at this broken hair tie on the shower floor. It was just like, just a metaphor for what had happened that night. It was crazy.
That's a dark metaphor.
Oh, hey, this is Parcels.
Parcels.
You're listening to our brand new single, Tied Up Right Now, on Studio Brussels.
Oh, Brussels.
I never liked Brussels sprouts, but I sure love Studio Brussels.
Me too. Studio Brussels.
Hey, this is Parcels. You're listening to Tied Up Right Now.
A brand new single on SRF Dry.
Listen to the mix. That's dry.
Oh, dry mixed. Dry to enjoy it. Hey. This is Parcels. This is Parcels. You're listening to our new single, Tied Up Right Now, on
BBC Radio 1.
BBC Radio. Big black community.
No, dude.
All right, how about we start this one a little different? We'll be like,
Okay.
I'll do this. I'll just do it myself. Oh, g'day there. This is Parcels. You're listening to our new single,
Tied Up Right Now on Raidu.
Raidu.
Raidu, you want to listen?
Oh, that could be racist. Oh, g'day there. This is Parcels. You're listening to our brand new single, Tied Up Right Now, on
Raidu. Al dente.
Sweet, thanks.
Me and my solid as they come.
It's like too long ago to be relevant, but I've got the Bella review that me and Kai did.
Kidding.
Yeah.
That's like
Unheard.
6 months ago.
Where have we been those last 4 months now?
From my house to the studio, to my house again,
Yeah.
to the rehearsal room, back to the house.
Deep studio hole. Deep hole.
Yeah, I think that I'm going to need the regular recording meetups between us to keep the motivation up.
Podcast-wise?
Podcast-wise. There's something about just like being in the studio with everyone for so long and then thinking about like recording more things.
audio.
It's just like
Yeah.
it's too like much.
It's been a long time.
It's been 4 months.
4 months. 3 months of studio?
3 months of studio. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, the last one was in February, and it's start of May.
Crazy.
It's what's the day?
What?
What's the celebration of the day?
Cinco de Mayo?
Cinco de Mayo Day, 5th of May.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's our Cinco de Mayo podcast special.
Oh, yeah.
Coming to you straight from Atlanta.
Oh, we should eat Mexican food tonight, I guess. In celebration.
Definitely. Yeah, I'm going to miss the studio. That's my favorite.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Not that psyched to go back on tour. I just want to be in the studio for a year.
I think I'd lose my mind.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about touring
Yeah.
now.
I mean, I'm sure I'll get into it, but
There's no, like, you lose your life. Like, there's no life really in there.
totally, there's no life. But every night I walk home, I'm just so satisfied and inspired.
Yeah, the walk
after
home's
it.
great, you know.
Like, and also, like, I forget. I walk in there in the morning and then spend the whole day, and then suddenly I'm walking home, and I just realized, wow, I just spent 13 hours, and it was so satisfying.
Days go
so
really
fun.
quickly. It was like we were talking to someone the other day and about how quickly time has passed in the last 3 months. Couldn't believe that we were been in Berlin again for 4 months and stuff. It just moves so quickly when you spend every hour in this studio goes past like it's a minute.
Yeah.
We should probably give news for people. We're
Ooh, drop some news.
recording the album. Tied Up's out. It's finished. Album's finished tracking. We're mixing it,
Oh yeah.
and we're super happy with it all.
We're mixing it with our engineer, Lucky Boy.
Lucky Boy, the mastermind of a strange little studio label called Masanic in Berlin. And they've only got one other artist. They've only got one artist that they're working for, and it's a rap trio called Friday.
3 eyes. Friday. You should interview them.
Yeah,
They're
we
great.
could. Them and Dean. I just feel like I have so little to like relate to them with. I feel like I'm just in a totally different world. I don't know how to like.
That would be the cool thing, you know. You go and see how different you really are because you're both artists in this music industry.
It would be like an interview thing, not like a conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
alright.
You would try and come up with some proper journalistic questions.
It's such a funny scene. You got to set the scene. Like we're recording every day in that studio, and then we come out into this sort of shared kitchen where there's this label crew.
Yeah.
And guys from this Friday band all the time hanging out in the kitchen.
They're like these three like young, real, like boisterous, like loud.
They're like American but have German like backgrounds.
Yeah, and they fluidly switch between super like ghetto American English and like proper German.
It's so cool. They'll just be yelling at each other in like full American rap slang, and then suddenly it's German and it's
Full on German.
and always yelling at
Like,
each other.
know what I'm saying?
It's great.
It's inspired us to put a call out to a rapper because we made a rap beat. So if any podcast listeners have any hookups with sweet rap dudes.
Yeah, we need some classic hip hop Grandmaster Flash vibe on this track.
Yeah, the label had massive intentions of like, what was some of the names from that list they sent?
Childish.
Chance the Rapper is like a really good friend of mine. And I know Childish, and like we could get these kind of people like Anderson .Paak.
Yeah, no response from Anderson .Paak or Kendrick yet.
And it's like a big shocker there.
I can't wait to be a part of the rap game.
Cred.
How do we get rap cred? That could be a new segment too. I was trying to
Hard-hitting
get
questions. That's what I asked Friday. How do we get rap cred?
like
That'd
just
be
track
funny,
us trying to get
actually.
into the hip hop game.
Yeah.
Because we will make it. Mark my words.
It's just it's a funny idea for me of us just being like, let's get in the rap game.
yeah.
But it is
That in itself is just so anti the rap game.
you have to live the rap
Yeah.
game.
Every day I'm with my squad. All day I'm with my squad.
There's not much to capture in the studio, really.
Yeah, I did actually.
Nothing that's gonna give anything away.
Yeah, I did one day where I set the zoom in the corner. I got some real weird stuff, which
Cool.
I'll just like drop.
Can you
It's
use it?
so weird, yeah.
Put it in there.
There's like
like late night.
real late night stuff that I don't even remember.
What was it? I'm curious.
It's like.
Buckle on it. I want to buckle on it.
Hilarious! When the feeling's gone and you can go on.
Who wants to do the harmony?
Nice boy.
Nice boy.
It's a harmony that doesn't want to stick out at all.
Yeah.
Because I'm bold as fuck.
Fucking stick out, yo.
Yeah, just a line. In your face.
Gave you my feels, Tesla!
Oh,
I got paper, girl!
Lamborghini.
I really want to sit on the ground.
Kidding me.
It's no problem, actually.
Would you like a sitar?
Yeah, you sound like
Yeah. Mariska Hargitay, man.
Post that to your Twitter.
Mariska Hargitay.
Shift shit and group shit.
Shift shit, group shit.
Somersault shit.
Shift shit, group shit.
Somersault
we could have
shit.
done
Group comp, shift comp, shit.
Shift, comp, group, comp, shit.
What,
Trick.
what the shit?
Where you shitting, boy?
Where you shitting, boy? From
Where
your
you
pants.
shit, comp shit.
I don't know what I'm doing. It's probably gonna be real bad. I've got no idea.
But hey,
Hey, it's fine.
that's me,
Patrick.
Kevin Tom.
Doubles.
Doubles?
You saying something?
Yeah, but don't worry. Okay, ready? When you create a list of multiple pastas to
Like what?
when you create a list
Multiple pastas?
multiple batches of pasta, take the water out. Pasta.
Why are you saying like
What do you mean, pasta?
Okay. What about it?
When you create a list of multiple pastas. Oh, fuck you guys.
That's amazing.
Ready? When you create a list of
pastas.
multiple pastas to take the water out, what do you call it?
To what?
A restraining order.
What? Actually, you can do a full segment on some of Toto's pronunciation.
I know.
There's been a
that's
few
a
great ones
segment.
recently.
What else has he done?
I mean, there's constantly tour
Tour.
or, but that's just the real.
When we go on tour.
What was the best one the other day? Badminton.
You guys want to play badminton?
You know what I've been getting into? I go to the park and I play badminton.
So many of those.
We're just all lucid, and he's just going, what?
What? How are you meant to say it?
Oh, fuck you guys.
Yeah, he gets real offended. I've only got 3 things for the podcast this month. It's interview with Scott Owen. Do you remember that, Pat?
Yes.
What do you think of it?
It's been a long. Are we presenting the podcast right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm thinking of changing up the format a bit, actually. I think I was talking to you about it. I want to make it more of a bi-weekly, natural flowing thing with stuff edited in if like we have it. But if not, we should just always do it. Always get at least like 20 minutes of conversation.
Yeah, it's been too long in between.
Yeah.
Pat's got a mic.
Pat's got a mic. Pat's on the mic.
Scott Owen. God bless.
Yeah, it was a good interview. He opened up.
Yeah, did you edit it already?
Yeah, I edited it.
So
It's good.
And I suppose we don't need to introduce it because he went into detail about how he met him and stuff, right?
Yeah. It's just a guy's origin story.
God bless.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, well, the studio that we recorded at in Rothenburg, can I put it down? Yeah. I hold in microphone, makes me feel like a game show host or something. Do you? I feel like, I don't know, I feel odd.
Get it right up on your mouth there.
The studio in Rothenburg, it's called Tool House, and it's amazing. Yeah, that's a live mic, mate.
Pretend it's not there.
Is amazing, and the guy that owns it is just one of those gear freaks. He's got so much like synth Moog, keyboard, electronic weirdness stuff that you guys would probably love. His story is that he built a studio and he collected all this gear and he had a stroke.
Yeah.
And he's suffering from that still a fair bit. All Wolfgang does is just look after his name's Wolfgang.
Amazing.
Yeah, and he's got the best record collection I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Not the biggest, but the best.
Just like
everything you look at, you go, I'd listen. And then there's these excellent record players everywhere to just kick back and listen to records. And
sounds like heaven.
He's got like old TVs and beautiful old retro furniture everywhere. And here comes Pat with afternoon tea. Thank you. Great. Look at that. It's what you need after a hard day at rehearsal. Just a hard-earned thirst, a cup of tea. Oh, so boring.
How's the not drinking going?
Really good, actually. Yeah, I gave Chris and Andy a big pep talk this morning.
Really?
Yeah.
About like their own drinking habits because they have they seem to have taken no regard for your decision.
No, they haven't. No, I didn't zone in on their drinking habits. I was just a bit more specific and a bit less specific and broad about just being clear in life in general.
Okay.
And particularly given the aging process and setting a good example for your children.
Okay.
And taking things a little bit more seriously. And going, well, look, if you've pretty much been drunk for 20 years, you could probably go for a night without getting drunk, and it probably wouldn't be, it's only a little drop in the ocean, you know? Or a year. Or the rest of your life without being drunk all the time. I turned 43 a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
And I don't feel old, but I noticed myself doing old man things.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like not drinking, like not going out. Like on my birthday, everyone was like going out for a drink, except me. I was like, okay, have fun, celebrating my birthday. I'd rather go home, read my book.
With a cup of tea.
Have a cup of tea.
It's
It's like proper.
I do old people things too.
Pat's pretty much there, actually.
That's good.
Should formally introduce the podcast because it's already gone for 10 minutes. We got famous bass player Scotty Owen from the Living End.
Scotty Owen. Yeah, Scotty. G'day, mate. G'day, mate.
Scotty.
In Berlin. Thanks for lugging your way out here.
What's Scott's connection to us?
Yeah, we met you. When did we meet you?
In Byron.
In Byron?
Oh,
actually, I know when I first saw you. You brought your kids to the community school in Byron, but I was just dropping in, and then you just like rocked into school, full rockabilly look going on, and everyone was seeing like, oh, it's the Living End guy. He's come to the school. Yeah, it was hilarious.
Does that actually happen? Does it?
People were whispering behind your back.
I thought I got through that whole Byron community school in a pretty stealth manner.
I just think you're the only dad with like that hair and like the big boots and stuff.
It's getting worse. I'm starting to get even more freaked out. Harvey started high school this year.
Yeah. Oh wow.
And I've pretty much said to him, look, don't worry, I won't come anywhere near the school if there's anything that I need to be involved in at the school. I won't look at you. I won't say hi to you.
You won't even play double bass for the school performances?
I'll get involved in the school if I need to, but I'll do it. I won't look at him. I won't come and give him a big smooch on the cheek and with the weird haircut.
It's only a phase. It leaves you eventually, and then he'll be begging you to come to school.
He's learning double bass at school.
Is he? That's cool.
Double bass.
Good on him.
He's going to learn to use a bow as well.
Oh, you must feel a bit like honoured.
I do actually. Chip off the old block.
He can learn all the technical stuff at school. Then you can teach him how to like jump on it, and then
yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then I don't know. Just saw you guys playing your Louis and Patrick duo gigs. And what was that? The Potato Band?
Yeah. Potato. Yeah. The folk act.
Yeah.
Pop.
Yeah.
We were the more subtle folk duo on the side.
Yeah.
Breaking free of all the complex pop production, keeping it simple.
Keeping it real.
Guitars, two voices.
Yeah. It was bloody beautiful though. I was very impressed with you guys. Hence my offer of assistance.
So Scott met us at the treehouse one day in Byron and sat us down and was like, what'd you say? What was your pitch?
I wanted to do anything and everything I could to help. I wanted to use my contacts in the musical industry.
20 years strong.
To promote, I don't know, just to tell people how good you guys are. And I just knew that, I don't know how to say this without there being way too much cheese on the taco.
Yeah.
But I just knew that, like, I just knew that you guys were going to be able to play music for as long as you wanted because you're good at what you do and humble about it and stuff like that. So I was like, shit, so anyway, I offered to manage you, which was just weird, like weird manoeuvre. I guess for 5 minutes I thought, maybe I could like get an office and a computer. What else does a manager have? I don't know.
You could have still been there in the industrial estate in Byron.
Yeah, escort you around to all your gigs and stuff like that. But as it happens, you guys were planning on coming over here anyway.
Yeah.
So I just went, okay, cool, and introduced you to Burger, because he was basically the only person that I knew here, and you guys didn't know anyone.
Yeah, we knew.
So we
knew one friend from school that we kind of lost touch with. But yeah, you gave one contact as in your role as manager, and it turned out to be.
Yeah, I know, that was the greatest thing
that
I
was the
did
most
as your manager.
He's the only guy you knew in Berlin, and he's like the only guy you should know in Berlin, basically.
I think as your manager, I spent probably a grand total of about 2 hours managing you.
Yeah. And one email.
But the main thing that I did as your manager was find you a manager that knew what he was doing, and that was Burger. And it was unreal. Like when you guys were in Australia last year and you played at the Gasso that night, that was an unreal night.
Solid gig.
I had a really fun night, and with Burger as well. And it was really good to see. Like that was like a year on or something, and Burger was like, I don't even know how to thank you for introducing me to these guys. They've changed my life.
Oh, man.
Blah, 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 blah. And he's still very much the same.
Yeah.
And again, like, I know Burger because he works for the... This is like boring bit, but he works for the booking agent that books Die Totenhausen's gigs. And so he also books our gigs, and we've known him for 20 years now. Well, we've known KKT for 20 years anyway.
I can't believe we snuck in there. Somehow,
I know. It's
somehow
like
we
massive,
made it into this
massive
scene
degrees of separation.
70s, like, what? How do you describe Totenhausen?
It's like classic German punk music, right? But like the biggest. They had like
the most iconic band of that genre in Germany, and somehow we're just like in the crew.
But this is the thing about Die Totenhausen. Amazing things happen around this band, and it spreads far and wide. And, you know, like us sitting here is an example of that.
It's so weird.
And then it goes the other way as well, because Burger was the one who suggested Tobias to us, for us to make this album that we've just made, finish it making yesterday.
He's producing you.
Tobias has produced this record. Yeah. We didn't know him from a bar of soap before, like 6 weeks ago, or before Burger suggested him anyway. And he had done a song with the Hosen, a song that was a big, massive hit for them a couple of years ago, that World Cup song. Yeah. I don't know how to pronounce the name, it's in German.
I don't know the song.
Even you're not German.
Yeah.
But so he worked with the Hosen said, yeah, he's good. And he worked with another band, Milky Chance, who said, yeah, he's good. But we didn't really know. It was just a Burger suggestion.
Yeah.
And we went, oh, okay, well, if Burger thinks it's good, he's good, he must be good. Burger would know.
Yeah.
He wouldn't recommend someone if it wasn't going to work, so let's just do it. And it's worked really, really well.
Yeah, it's like a good vibe.
It's a good vibe. It's a good give and take thing.
Is Toby in the little studio in that...
The one that you guys recorded in.
Yeah, they were tracking in Simon's.
Okay, cool.
In Simon's, yeah. Nice. We're not in the big one, yeah.
Is there still the canvas picture of an evil gingerbread man?
Yep.
Above I hated that.
It's weird, isn't it?
Every day because it really looked
Is it evil, is it?
Yeah,
oh, I didn't get it evil.
Bad vibes.
I just thought it was shit. I didn't think it was evil. I wasn't frightened by it.
Pat's gets a bit superstitious in the studio.
I felt okay about it. I just thought it was shit.
Yeah.
Given that it's like the only thing decorating the studio as well. One bad picture.
So we're pointing out that you're at the very end of writing an album. Your 8th album? 7th? 8th album. And we're at the very start of writing our very first album.
Yeah, I know, because the first album's the easiest one to make. Because you've had all these years to write it, and you get to put, like, you've got it in your imagination what you think the ultimate band is, so you make it.
Yeah, okay.
And you make that album, and then it's like...
Then
you just do whatever you want, and it's great. You can't really put a foot wrong, because you've had your whole life to imagine it. But then your next one, you've only got like a year or so, a year and a half or whatever, and then there's all these expectations, and you start getting confused because, what do people want, and why do people like us, and what should we do? And there's no what should we do when there's no pressure or expectations. It's just, you just do it. You just do. So I haven't got any advice for you first album. Come and talk to me before the next one, and I'll just go, you're screwed. Don't do them. Don't make a second one. Break up.
Just
Split up.
Have a perfect career of one album. I mean, yeah. We don't have to go for too long.
Yeah.
got any wisdom to impart? Any funny stories? Yeah.
All the funny things that have happened to me, I can't remember.
Okay. It's dark. Thanks for coming on our podcast. Did you listen to any?
Welcome. I just listened to the one where you were pranking the French interviewer with the word meow,
Yeah.
which I thought was fantastic.
Awesome.
I got a good laugh, especially the bit where you were talking about the podcast on the podcast, and
Little did they know they were a prank on the podcast.
Yeah.
While it was happening.
it was getting a bit like Twilight Zone.
Now we're on the podcast talking about...
It's gone to the fourth dimension.
I love the
now.
layers that you can make with podcasts.
Well, someone's going to talk about this conversation on your podcast.
Hey gang, it's Louis here. The podcast has taken on a very varied tone this month because it was actually recorded in about 5 different sessions over 3 continents over probably about 4 months. So it's kind of hard to pull it all together, but this next bit is me and Kai and Giles, friend of the show, recording our thoughts of our beloved Beloporto from Byron Bay. It's super long. Good luck to you for getting through it. I imagine it'd be nice to fall asleep to one time. It's just 3 old friends enjoying a nostalgic burger in the sun. It's incredibly long. But if you stick around at the end, jumps back to me and Pat and Noah in Atlanta, and we play a little song that people have been asking about to finish off the show. But you have to listen to the whole burger review to get there. No skipping ahead. I will know if you do.
I got a big black shiny car. Maybe tonight we can go for a ride. Hey!
So, have you heard like the tales of the like mafia behind Beloporto?
No, do you know?
I heard that the guy who runs it is involved in like the Italian mafia. And
You know what? That doesn't really surprise me, because like it was such a sort of, you know, you'd come to Byron, you wouldn't eat anything else. If you did, you sort of got publicly shamed slightly.
Yeah.
Like if you didn't go to the back alley, get Bello, and spend more money than you had, you got shamed.
Yeah, and it felt like there was like an organised crime unit behind that.
Definitely. Everyone's always like covered in tats.
The staple of the last Bello was that like fat guy who sat over the grill.
He's like a
day
Tom and
in,
dude.
day out.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
He like what? I can't remember the nickname that we gave him, but he was just like the burger dude,
Yeah.
like the fryer.
It was all about the like droplets of sweat that came off his face and probably hit the
that
patties.
totally could have been a part of like the magic, I think.
Experts.
Fuck yes.
Oh my god, and we're on air. You guys psyched? Giles, you're going to be in this with us, right? Yeah. All right, cool. All right.
Chuck the odd feedback about the burger.
I'm just going to place this mic down while I jump into the burger.
We got mild chili on the burger today.
Okay, mild chili. Presentation, it looks quite similar as before, which is a good sign.
Yeah.
Good sign.
It gives me a little
That's
like
fine. I think-
flourishes of nostalgia from my childhood.
Yeah, but I think in general, like judging against no other burger, the presentation isn't anything special. No?
It looks fresh. It looks tasty. Well, what do you want? He's had a first bite. Jason has had 1 bite.
So, like, I don't know if it's because I'm super hungry, but it is still very good. Like, I was sort of shit talking it before, but fuck, that was good first bite.
Oh man, I'm so excited.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna put this down for a little bit.
So, like, the cheese is like, it really jumps out at you. It's quite good, and like the combination. Hey, is this the traditional or is this like Hawaiian? Traditional. Okay, so
My personal favourite when we were growing up was the Hawaiian with a little bit of chili, but traditional is quite good with the extra element of the pineapple in the Hawaiian one. It's just quite grand in general. Yeah.
Oh, that was great. The one we had the other day was a little bit garlicky for my taste. But this one definitely is balanced out a little bit. The bun's like really soft, super squishy, cakey, reminiscent of American style, but not. And then it's pretty simple actually. It's just mayo, lettuce, 2 like delicious chicken. 3, I think I have 3 as well. I can't tell if it's 2, like chopped into quarters, or not. But it's like stacked 4 high, which is good. And then cheese melted on top, and then just heaps of chili mayo on top. No other veggies.
They're quite generous with the chicken. I think that's like a really standout factor. Well, actually everything, like lettuce is just falling from the burger. Chicken is just like stacked. It's like the chicken element alone is probably the same size as like a cheeseburger from Macca's, that sort of vibe. And then the cheese has just given it that extra puffiness. Something I think they've changed the buns though. The buns aren't as high quality as they used to be, which is, it's
That's
still.
a bold claim. I don't know if they have.
Pretty tasty.
What are you basing that on?
The top of them look different. I remember this. I remember that.
I feel bad it didn't get you a Hawaiian one now.
Oh no, so good. Like, honestly, I haven't been paid from work yet, so this burger, the burger review is on Louis. Really great. We need some investors on the podcast, just by the way, to keep these segments running.
It's like a terrible startup. We're gonna wrap this up.
Okay, so guys, I just finished my burger a little bit before Louis because he's got chips as well. But I just like to say that, it's still a very, very good burger. But with eyes coming back from, being outside Byron Shire, in Berlin, in Paris, you sort of look at the burger with new eyes. And I have to say, I know the boys have done a burger review of Peri Chicken Burger in Berlin. That one holds up quite, the standards on that are quite high.
Yeah, it's strong.
And I'd have to say that...
Is this going to be a big claim?
I'd have to say, judging with, I have a half an hour lunch break that we're doing this on right now, and it took 25 minutes for them to hand us the burger. So that's a huge minus in the points category. But then, the burger just brings back all these great childhood memories of being, totally sun-bleached. Nostalgia is ridiculous.
Factor.
So that marks up a little bit, evening it out slightly.
Okay, I like this. We're heading towards a score here, yeah?
So
out of 10.
The score out of 10, what's the you call it something, 10 out of something? Or is it 5?
What?
Out of 5? Or is it out of 10?
It's out of 10.
Okay. And it's not like a specific name, like 10 chicken burgers out of blah, blah, blah.
No. It's
10 snitties out of...
No.
Maybe that's something we can put in the rotation. Just as an idea.
It's usually beef burgers we're hitting, so the chicken burgers get... It is...
Yeah, okay.
It's hard to, compare them to beef ones. But you
Okay,
just
we
gotta
could call them 10 snitties then, out of...
okay. It whatever you want.
Well,
10
basically...
snitties.
What I'm going to say,
here we go.
Putting in all factors, drum roll please. Purely on the fact of being so nostalgic, but also having the shitty sort of service vibe. I'm going to say 7.5 schnitties out of 10.
Whoa.
Which is still quite high.
That's real high.
But... it's such a good burger for me, This reminds me of my first love, my first hanging with the Parcels boys, hungover days, being almost arrested, all of these things, it's great. So
yeah, it's great, man.
Yeah.
I half reviewed it the other day with Pat, but I'm gonna give it higher. I think it really holds up. It's such a delicious snack.
Yeah.
It's not like a traditional burger in a lot of ways, but it's remained really consistent. I think there's something magical in the simplicity of it.
That's quite good.
I'm going to give it an 8.
An 8?
Yeah.
8 schnitties?
8 schnitties out of 10 schnitzels.
So you heard it here first. Jackson just introduced anytime chicken burger is being reviewed on the show, it's schnitties. And then we'll do we'll do 10 patties out of 10 for beef burgers. Yeah.
All right. It's confusing, but
girls, you heard this first, right?
And everything.
my rating of it? Yeah. All right. I'm coming at it from a different angle. I don't have the nostalgia factor that you guys have of it. I just don't. I think I know I grew up here, but I think I probably had this like a few times in my time here. It's not all that. Just telling you from a neutral perspective.
Whoa.
I've seen Peary's. I've seen Burgermeister.
Pears is pretty lit.
So,
you know what? This could spawn like a bigger discussion with all the boys. Like
we should have a group. Sort of decision with all the boys because they're big, big fans.
This is the only thing I can get Jules passionate about too regarding burgers. He's got like a love that goes deeper.
I really think it's all about past experiences.
Oh, that was a tasty thing. You hit it pretty hard.
Yeah, but like, I was hungry.
Definitely, We do need to take into consideration that Lou and Giles have been waiting at my work on the back couch for about 2 hours waiting for me to finish. So, Jesse, my work colleague, if you're listening to this, don't break your toe again. That'd be nice. We need to eat.
Anyway.
I think we can wrap that up. Thanks so much,
do you want to hear my rating or you don't care? Sure.
I felt like you're just going to give it a 0 now. You're so angry.
No, I'll give it what it deserves. A solid 6 schnitties.
Oh, that's cool. It's better than I was expecting.
Not bad. Nice. Well, that's good. Well, guys, this has been a great pleasure. I need to run back to work quite soon now. Thank you for the burger, Louis. Thank you for letting me be a part of this show.
You're a part of the band. You're a part of the show.
Yeah, the boys.
See you later. Work hard.
Had to get her number. It took me like 6 weeks. Now me and her go way back, like Cadillac seats. Body like a back road.
Any other messages for the listeners? Sorry I took so long. Thanks for listening. Keep what quick?
Keep your reposts quick.
Oh yeah.
Keep your output going.
Yeah. I don't know, when I started it, that's what I wanted it to be, and then as we made a few episodes, it was like they have to be really good to put them out, and now I'm going back to thinking they should just be out all the time.
Yeah.
Like, kind of no matter what they are. Yeah, they're the ones you can really just like binge listen.
It just has to be consistent.
Yeah. Yeah, back it.
Give the fans what they want, man.
Fans. Keep emailing me on my personal email, louis.swain@gmail.com. I had a cute one from Indonesia the other day.
What was it?
She was just like waiting on all our merch to come from the merch shop, and just everyone always asks about because at the end of episode 1 I put the Hush Muss remix we did just like in the fade out.
Oh yeah.
And I've had like literally 5 or 6 people ask specifically what just that one song is, and none of the other music I use.
We should put it in its entirety at the end of this episode.
Yeah, okay. Here it is, like Song Exploder. Here is the Parcels remix of Hush Muss in its entirety. Slowly disappear. So good.
Share new